Hi, my name is Mohammed. I'm 40 years old and I'm from London, England. I'm making this video to share my experience with pemphigus, an autoimmune skin disease, in the hope that it may help someone else who's going through the same thing. My journey started in December 2023, where I noticed two small areas on my upper back where the skin had peeled off. At first I didn't think much of it, but weeks went by and it wasn't healing. It became extremely itchy and the areas started getting bigger. Soon after, it began spreading to my chest. At that time, I went to see a dermatologist at the end of December. Initially, I was told it was infected eczema and was given antibiotics and steroid creams. After around a week, not only did it not help, it actually got worse and started spreading rapidly. I then had a skin biopsy, and in January 2024, I was diagnosed with pemphigus, which is an autoimmune disease where the immune system attacks the skin, causing open sores, itching, burning sensation, and wounds that don't heal. I was told it wasn't curable, only manageable, mainly with oral steroids. I was prescribed them, but I chose not to take them. This was a personal reason. I personally didn't believe steroids were the right solution for me, and I wanted to avoid long-term pharmaceutical treatment if possible. I first tried changing my diet. I cut out dairy, gluten and sugar, but unfortunately things got worse. The disease then spread across the back, the chest, the stomach, my arms and also down my legs. By February it became so severe that the itching was uncontrollable, and at one point my family had to tie my hands together to stop me from scratching. I was bedridden and I generally thought that this was basically the end. Despite everything, I still refused steroids. Instead, I began researching alternative approaches and treatments. That's when I came across Ayurvedic treatment. After a lot of searching, I found a doctor by the name of Dr. Ravi Paneri, based in India. He had videos on his YouTube of real patients sharing their pemphigus journeys. Pemphigus, there are various versions. There's pemphigus vulgaris, which I think affects only the mouth and also the body, and then there was Pemphigus Foliaceus. I believe that's how you pronounce it. I actually don't know which one I was diagnosed with, but I believe it was Foliaceus because it hadn't, thank God, affected my mouth and just my skin and my body. When I saw the videos of the YouTube channel from Dr. Ravi of real patients, going through very similar to what I'm doing now, so they were making videos just like I am now. At first I was skeptical. I reached out to him via email. He comes back to you very quickly. It's very simple because his emails are very direct and straight. He asks you to complete certain forms and to send photos, and then he can basically diagnose the issue. Of course, if you've had a skin biopsy and it's come back with pemphigus, then you know immediately it's pemphigus. He then gave me an email to let me know how much the medicine will cost and what I need to do to take it, etc., which is all very easy, and all his treatment is very natural and all herbal. I received his medicine in February 2024. Alongside it, of course, came a very strict diet. The dietary instructions from Dr. Ravi were very strict, and I think that many people don't follow it, whereas honestly that was the hardest part, but I did follow it completely and I cut out almost everything that I enjoyed eating. I was around 80 kilos at that time, 80 kgs, and after starting the diet and going through this, I rapidly dropped to around 50 kilos, but within the first 2 weeks of starting Dr. Ravi's medicine, the most incredible thing happened, and that was the itching. Anyone with pemphigus knows how life-changing that is, because the itching is one of the worst things, only one, not only. Healing was very slow, extremely slow, and that taught me some patience with this. So I stayed strict with my diet: no gluten, no dairy, no sugar, no meat, no fish, no snacks like chips, crisps. I lived on plain rice, lentils, potatoes, and for Fruits, of course, you could have fruits, but only certain fruits. I lived on bananas. I ate a lot of bananas because I like sweet stuff. But slowly the sores began to heal. In mid 2024, I had another major flare, unfortunately, and this time it spread across my face. This was during while I was still taking his medicine. So if you expect immediate reaction, everybody's body is different. In my case, unfortunately, I started taking it and then it actually got worse for me. It spread across my face and across actually my eyelids as well. That was one of the hardest times mentally. This does get you very depressed, this disease. Around then, under some medical guidance, I also started to take a very high dose of vitamin D. I asked Dr. Ravi if I could take this vitamin D and he said it would be absolutely fine. But under another doctor who's actually based in Brazil, he got me started on a high dose of vitamin D. I had seen evidence where it could help pemphigus with, again, exactly the same type of strict diet control that Dr. Ravi had given me. I monitored my own blood levels closely to stay safe with the vitamin D, and I currently am still doing that. By October 2024, my face started clearing, my body improved significantly. By December 2024, I would say I was 80% better. Now in 2025, I've slowly reintroduced some foods like chicken and red meat, but I still completely avoid gluten and I limit sugar. So of course I still have chocolates, but very limited, and I can then sense if it's going to get worse, I stop. I still have some sores, unfortunately, on my body, but they heal much faster. The original one that started, where it was a really big patch, that is still very slowly healing, but it's going to get there and get better. I continue to today Dr. Ravi Penneri's medicine. I believe I've just ordered his third year, so I've done 2 years and I've just ordered his third year and I've just received his medicine, and alongside that I still take a high dose of vitamin D. It's now December 2025. I've had pemphigus for 2 years, but this past year I've been given life back, alhamdulillah. All thanks and praises to Allah. I truly believe Dr. Ravi Penneri understands how to manage pemphigus. He is not a miracle doctor. That's the first thing he actually said to me when I first spoke to him. But if you follow his instructions strictly and with patience and discipline, I believe it can help. It's helped me. If you are suffering from pemphigus and feel lost or helpless, because you do, unfortunately, please know you're not alone. Dr. Ravi can help you. I'm also happy to help and speak to anyone who needs support. You can ask Dr. Ravi for my contact details and I will do my best to help by sharing my experience. I have photos that I took along with every step of my time. I've actually asked Dr. Ravi not to produce those photos for my own privacy, but if anybody contacts me directly, I'm happy to share those photos. Thank you for listening, and I really hope that this can help somebody out there that's dealing with pemphigus.